And we're back here once again with another episode of the Cloud9 podcast, season 14, episode 16. So I hope you guys had a great day, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your week that is ahead of you. And if you are watching this episode of the Cloud9 podcast on the replay because you couldn't watch the episode live, and you guys would be watching the episode on the replay on Friday, I hope you guys have a great weekend as well. Make sure you guys, go outside, go be with your family, go to a bar, go to a supermarket and hang out. Maybe like you'll hang out at like a mall or something, go to like a carnival, a festival or something, But as for me, I think going outside is overrated, as some of the ads for a lot of the fast food places that carry the whole DoorDash and Uber Eats and Postmates businesses actually, and that would be true. Going outside is overrated, but nevertheless, we took this past Sunday off because we are now officially in the spring season for League of Legends LoL Esports 2025. So that means basically from this episode onward, we're basically putting our face into League of Legends until basically the summer starts. And then like before summer starts, I imagine it's going to be similar to like this little downtime we had, like about a 1.5 week break, and then we're going to be in summer actually. So basically, if we didn't take a break, we would be not taking a break until like before summer. And I was like, you know what, we're gonna have a lot of episodes in the show, not only just from this part of the time of the year, but also in summer. And as you guys know, we like to do a lot of episodes for Worlds. We're gonna have a lot of episodes for MSI. We're gonna have a lot of episodes here on the show, so don't worry about us ever taking breaks. It's only ever like various small pockets of time throughout the year anyway. So what we will be covering in this episode of the Cloud9 podcast, we will be going over the LTA format changes that the LTA YouTube channel put out a video with Mark Z. He talked about a lot of the fan and community sentiment based around the LTA 2025 Americas stage split 1. I'll never be able to really pronounce how they really going to be dictating how that is worded so far yet. And then we'll be having our LEC 2025 spring split tier list. And then that's pretty much it, honestly. The LPL started. We'll have a little bit of an LPL discussion. I've been watching the games. I wasn't able to watch a lot of the games last split, but I have been watching the games this time around. So we'll have that to talk about. And, some more stuff to cover on here as well. But joining me here in this episode of the Cloud9 podcast to talk about pretty much League of Legends and anything else that we can talk about is Mr. Blanks. What's up, black man? You still taking L's?
W's. But the crazy thing I realized about how Yu-Gi-Oh! Pokemon, they're the same, but pull opposite at the same time. Pokemon decks are cheap.
Yeah.
$50, $30, $70, at most $150. How much do you think it costs to get into a regional? Think of it, a Pokemon regional is equivalent to a Yu-Gi-Oh! YCS. How much is the YCS, first of all? Yu-Gi-Oh! YCS.
Okay, so I know regionals are like $20. I know that.
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Regionals are $20. How much is the YCS for Yu-Gi-Oh! You say?
I'll be honest, I've only ever looked into it a few times. Isn't it like $30?
25 to 30, depending on.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah. Okay.
Do you want to know how much a Pokemon regional is?
I heard the rumor, or from what people were telling me, it was like $50 to $70.
Yeah, 70.
$70 for a regional? That's crazy.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you, because you get all access. Because the thing is that you gotta pay to play the side events. If you want to play, certain side events are more expensive than others. Some are free, some are you gotta pay. Like people will say, Yu-Gi-Oh! Up front is cheaper if you want to go to a tournament. If you have a good deck that's affordable, Yu-Gi-Oh! Overall cheaper. Now I realize with Pokemon also. With Pokemon, you get prize tickets that exactly same thing with Yu-Gi-Oh! But with Pokemon, you can actually buy stuff you could buy at the Pokemon Center store. You can buy at the prize wall. You gotta realize also with Pokemon decks, even if you bling out your deck, it's probably a blinged out Pokemon deck is probably gonna cost as much as a regular Yu-Gi-Oh! deck. It's like,
Yeah, so like people are probably going to be like, well, what is the average for a Yu-Gi-Oh deck to play at the highest level? And I always tell people this: it just varies on
it varies
when
on
you're
the deck.
talking about. Right? There are some formats where you just buy 3 structure decks, add in $100 here and there, and you're good to go. But there are some formats where the deck costs like $500. Honestly, it really just depends. Honestly, depends on the time of the year too.
This is about 700. The most expensive format recently has been Snake Eyes. Snake Eyes was $12.
Remember that? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it was 900.
Fire King structure deck that was pretty good for a while with a lot of people.
Fire King by itself was never good. Initially, it was weird. It's
because you said it took the Snake Eyes engine to make it like way better than what it was. And then, oh god, the recent expensive formats. What about that tier element? That
tier element was about $700.
Okay,
you can get away with. If you
the last most expensive one that was $1,200 roughly, I remember, was that Dragon Ruler Spellbook format. That was at least $1,200.
Yeah,
you wanted everything. That was truly expensive to play.
The most expensive format I remember playing.
The Necros decks. I remember if you wanted to have Necros, because Brionic was super short printed, you were paying at least about $800 for that deck.
The last format I remember playing that was over $1,000 easy. Was Telegram format. That format made that made me almost quit Yu-Gi-Oh right there.
That's why I always said they should make good structure decks. That's why I made those videos when I did on the channel. We were having those discussion videos. There should be no reason they shouldn't give you a quality structure deck. Remember how we had that stretch after that Shadal structure deck where there was just a stretch of them where they were just all dog shit. Not even one redeeming quality about them.
Oh yeah.
Like, that shouldn't be acceptable. That Fire King structure deck you guys know and love from Yu-Gi-Oh! That came out a few years ago, that should just be the standard. That should be the standard right there. Anything that's not that, you should just throw in the trash. What's the point of printing it? It's literally worthless. It's worthless. Because what are they going to do? Oh, they could reprint some really cool cards in there. You know what? They reprint cool cards in a lot of the reprint sets all the time. You don't need to have good reprints there, really, if you want to really think about it. Like that branded structure deck, that one popped off.
Fire King popped off. It just needed extra stuff.
The Trap Tricks one was pretty decent for a little bit, but you know, Fire King one came after, and it was like, okay.
The Fire King came out almost a year later.
Yeah.
The issue was Trap Tricks.
What about Crystal Beast one? Remember that one?
Wrong format. Crystal Beast should have came out. Fuck. Oh my. Okay.
They had the Dark World one. They had the Dark World version, the second version of it.
Crystal Beast, Dark World, and Trap Tricks all came out at the wrong time. They all. Because I have to go back and actually look at I have to go back and look at Wikipedia because 2 of those structure decks came out at the wrong time. They should have and the sad part about it is they fucked up. They fucked up with the structure decks. They put all of them out at the wrong time. They could have easily. Okay, when did the Blue Eye structure deck come out? It wasn't too long ago. It was February. Okay, thank you. All right. Yeah, because last structure deck. The Blue Eye came out this year. Guess what the last structure deck was?
Blue Eye structure deck. Yeah, that one just
came
out.
Guess what the last structure deck was?
The last one before that?
Yeah, before the Blue Eye.
Shit. I truly don't remember. Oh, no. There was that Jack Atlas one. No, that
came out before it was Fire Kings. Fire King was the last one.
Okay, so they got a little bit of a streak here.
But that came out at the end of 2023. There was no structure deck in 2024. That what?
I actually like that. I actually like that because they should only make ones that are like that. If you're not going to make ones like that Blue Eye structure deck that's out now, and the Fire King one, or any of the good ones from the past, I like the Salomon Great one, the Monarch one, the Hero one. You should just not do it because it's honestly just a waste of money. Because it's a waste of time, and it's just trash. But
the Jack Atlas one came out in 2023,
and no one fucking use that at all on anything.
No, you know what it was? That's an example of wrong timing because this is
was it like Synchron format? That was with that one.
If this would have came out a few months prior, if this would have came out before, not Fire Kings, Rescue Ace and Unchained, this actually would have been good. They put it out a little too late, And then Trap Tricks came out at the beginning of 2023 in February. I remember playing it because this is when I was still playing Yu-Gi-Oh at this moment. I remember I built the structure deck. I liked it. The issue with Trap Tricks is this was during Tournaments just got banned. This is during Cash Terror format. And the issue with this structure deck, this should have came out during tournament format. This athlete competed with tournament to a certain degree. That was Cash Terror. Cash Terror was just banning shit left and right. And it was like, because
the other thing we're going to talk about before we get to league stuff is just like the way people think the system works. So like it works the exact same way, guys, in all the nerd stuff. If you have a local comic book or hobby shop, as they call them, right? So the average person thinks if I go into my LCS, right, and I buy a pack of the newest whatever quarter century secret or whatever it's called nowadays, Bonanza. What a stupid name that is. Quarter century Bonanza. That's so stupid. So people think you go in there, you just get a random pack for like $4. People think that Konami gets a cut of that. That's not how the system works. You're gonna be like, but it works like that in everywhere else. I understand. It doesn't work like that here. It basically works like I explained in the last episode we did before we took our break, which was Konami makes the shit. The distributors buy that shit from Konami, and then the shop owners buy the shit from the distributors. So when people go, hey, I'm gonna not support Konami anymore by not buying their products, you have to realize this fundamentally. The only person that you hurt doing that is your shop owners, because you're the fourth person that has touched that product when you finally get it. And you must understand that only hurts the shop owners for people that want to carry Yu-Gi-Oh! So if there's no people interested in playing Yu-Gi-Oh!, there's no reason for them to carry it. Technically, you do save them money because it obviously means that they don't buy it.
They have one less thing to purchase. It's one less thing for them to sell. It's sad because now if you were someone else playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And you're the only one that was buying Yu-Gi-Oh! You now got to find a new place to buy Yu-Gi-Oh!
That's true.
That's a sad thing.
How do you guys think leaks happen? Leaks happen because the store owners see the leaks months in advance to place in their orders. These orders are done 2 to 3 months in advance. I know for comic books, it's about 2 months in advance.
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm pretty sure it's like trading card games about 3 months.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Is about 3 months.
That's the thing is, if you have leaks like that happen, where do you guys think they come from? Shop owners. They either take pictures and it's to send them to their friend because you can't leak it yourself. That would mean you don't get your shit anymore. Yeah, you know. So I would understand leaks are either because Konami technically would do it willingly because they have to show people, they have to give the catalog to the distributors so they can show them off to the shop owners so they can buy the shit. So I hope people don't understand, if you don't buy or trading card game or comic books at your store, that only hurts the shops. The shops essentially have to basically sell off the shit from these people, right? So like, you know, like in Cloud 40, he's like, well, I get a discount. Do you know how he's able to get that discount? If you buy products through the distributors, the various ones for comic books, the biggest one was Diamond. I don't know about the trading card game one, but I imagine it works very similar. You get, so like if a tin costs $20, you would get a discount on it. You'd be paying like $13, right? Yeah. It's only like a $7 markdown, but you know, if you count like how many tins come in a case, like 24. So you essentially pay $13 on 24 of them. You know math better. So 13 times 24. Then, you know, if the cards are good in the set, then you can sell them obviously for money.
It was at $312.
Yeah. And without the discount, what would it be without that? It would be like
$5. It was $24.20.
Yeah. So essentially,
$480.
Okay, see, that's a fairly decent difference.
Yeah,
there,
that's what.
That's a big difference there, right?
That's like 30. No, that's like 47% discount.
Now the difference in Yu-Gi-Oh! And the difference with comic books is more like, well, Yu-Gi-Oh! Tend to has random formats where the most random of cards will just spike in value. Comic books don't have that. Comic books actually work, but there's not really formats in comic books. It's mostly like, hey, this is kind of rare. We might buy this. Card games don't have that. Card games have a different system where I hope the average person knows you can't really hurt Konami. They get paid regardless, no matter what. The only way for them to ever kind of feel a hurting on their wallet is if multiple shops just stopped buying the product outright. That's not going to happen because they kind of need it in some areas along with other things to survive, because shops can't just rely on one thing to make money anymore. They need multiple things to make money, right? So if one thing is out of that, they're losing that, that pot, right? Some of them sell manga a lot. Some of them are big in like Magic and Pokemon and Warhammer and selling like Funko Pops and shit like that. Things like Yu-Gi-Oh! And comic books don't really sell as much anymore, to the point where you could have a whole shop thriving on it. The only way to really hurt Konami is essentially is you just don't go to their events, which nobody will do because, let's be honest, dude, you and me both know this. This is all that people have in their lives.
Yeah, that's how I was telling Rogue Hero. Like, Rogue Hero, people got to tell you. You got to realize, motherfuckers live and die by Yu-Gi-Oh! That's why when a motherfucker is putting his all in and then he gets cheated out of it.
Yeah. He feels some type. Yeah, nope. Fully understandable. I get it. It's just
that's why I was telling Rogue, like,
you said, which is true, which is, if you're that, I don't mean this harshly, but it's healthy to have a different outlet in your life that you could have as maybe
that's why this is why when I see players leave Yu-Gi-Oh! And then they come back to it because they get bored. It's like you gotta put time and effort.
They had nothing else in their life to do, because when they probably think like, okay, I'm gonna leave Yu-Gi-Oh! For a little bit. I can do all these different things. My life's gonna be a little bit better. Sad reality of life, guys, is like, this is all you have for some people. That's the reason why they dedicate most of their life to this, because they ain't got nothing else.
People that have the best times outside of Yu-Gi-Oh! Are the ones that get banned because they're forced to leave. If you voluntarily leave Yu-Gi-Oh! More likely you're going to be back. Don't ask me why did I come back. The issue is
my Yu-Gi-Oh! Back at some point, but
no the issue is
right.
The league at my store died. The one that's closest to me died. The other one's thriving, but I don't like going to that place all the time because it's just too far out of the way. The other place I would go to, the two places that are close to me don't have Yu-Gi-Oh! Anymore. They used to, but they don't have it anymore. I was one of the last people to come in and buy Yu-Gi-Oh! But once I started doing Pokemon, it was like, oh, he left. Because I was the last motherfucker coming in, still buying Yu-Gi-Oh! Product. I was coming in each week. Oh, you got the new box? Let me get that. Boom. You got to, like, even if I did, because I always tell people buy singles. I just like opening packs just to, if that drilling rush when you pulled the one card, like when I pulled when I got the Savage Strike box, it pulled, what was it, Borlo Savage, Pot of X-Rav, and Phantasm all in the same box.
Oh, the other thing to mention is this is even worse because Ruxin put out a video that we effacted on my bigger channel a while ago. Or I think we did it on the Iron Man podcast, one of them, where if they get new products and they can't sell them, they're stuck with them.
Yep.
It's not like you can send them back. Some of the companies, like maybe Marvel or DC or Disney, they might allow you to send them shit back. Or they returns, but I heard the returns are not like that. You're stuck with that shit.
No, this is what it is. If the distributor, if there are companies that are hired by the head company, like Konami has distributors that are directly connected to them. You could sell product back to them for a credit, and then they'll.
Yeah, I forgot it's credit. Yeah. Oh, good lord!
But those are the ones that are those are the ones. But those are the ones that you usually. But those are the ones that you usually see at the vendors, at the YCS and at the regionals. Like Pokemon had the same thing too. But the thing is, from what I remember in Pokemon, if you buy from a third-party vendor or a distributor, someone who buys their product in mass. And what they do is you go to this distributor. They're associated with Pokemon, but they're not. What's the word? Not associated. They're not aligned with Pokemon. In a sense. I mean, they're not Pokemon funded, but they do get. They're a bigger store that sells the smaller store. There are distributors that do that. they don't take back. Once you buy it from them, you're stuck with the product.
Yeah.
If it's not an associated distributor, and that's where it's going to happen.
Remember when PPG had bought a bunch of those cases and then they got no secrets or anything?
PPG is the definition of a associated. They buy directly from Konami and then they go straight to the customer. They're a distributor that's also a seller.
Yeah. That's why. What was that distributor that acted as a seller? There was it's like Yu-Gi-Oh! Singles or something long time ago. Remember? They got in trouble because it was revealed that they were secretly a distributor acting as a retailer, because that's how you know the system's messed up, guys. Everyone in the space is trying to basically kind of cut out the middleman. PPG going directly from Konami, be their distributor. It's amazing. No middleman. It means you don't have to pay a middleman.
PPG, NRG, a lot of these stores, they're big enough to be their own distributor and retailer. But what they do is they have a separate company that gets aligned and associated with Konami, that they get all this product at such a good price. You got to realize, most of these, you might get a case. Like, a case will cost you $700. They might get it for $400. Like a case of.
Did Konami ever replace all those cases? I remember did they? I don't remember.
Of what?
It's been a long time. It was back when it was a Maximum Crisis, and crazy enough, that was called Maximum Crisis. Holy fucking shit! The irony of that. But as we move on from that, just wanted to let you guys know that for a little bit there, because I keep seeing many videos about that where they're like, well, we hurt them, we just gotta stop buying their products. That doesn't do anything. It really doesn't do anything except hurt the people that have the shop. That's really all it does. Yeah. So if you want to do that, you can go and do that, but that ain't hurting Konami. And be honest here, as we've explained, they're getting paid up front anyway. They have no incentive to change at all.
It does, but not at the impact players want it to be. What it is, it takes one less buyer from Konami. Now you don't have as many people buying your product upright, in a sense.
Right.
That store no longer associates with you. All right, cool. That's one less buyer you have to worry about. But now that's one less buyer that's not paying you monthly. Because you always got to buy a product. You can't skip product. Even if product is absolute dog shit, you can't skip it. That's the other thing
with product too, is given how many people, how many stores actually order said product. I've heard some only get 1 or 2 cases. But that's the thing. Having a case of a really bad set that's sitting there for 10 years is still bad, you know? And you do the same thing in card games where you just kind of hope the cards go up in value, and it's like, that's just bad. That shouldn't be a system at all, but fucking hell. At last, where we're at.
See, with Yu-Gi-Oh, you're hoping a card's so good that a Yu-Gi tuber gets people to want to buy into it, and then it spikes up out of nowhere. Like the Primate engine. The Primate engine was cheap. And people wanted to buy Radiant Abyss, but not for the reason you thought it was. And then, oh shit, this is actually good. No shit, motherfuckers don't read. And then who else? The same Pokemon's the opposite. Pokemon's like,
Pokemon has a problem that's different from Yu-Gi-Oh! People can just keep buying the product so much. They just keep buying them out. Stores can't hold them. That's actually a much better problem to have, because it shows that there's some actual demand there.
But it works. It's work. No, it's both of them are bad.
It's a double-edged sword, because I'm actually glad there's a lot of people that are interested, that are buying this stuff. Yeah. But it's different now, because now you're
But the issue is not all the cards go back into the market. Some are just sitting there, gatekeeping this artificial value, because
says, Mr. Blanks, I commented on a video and got no response. What? You didn't respond to her? My god!
No. Which video? One of them had to be taken down because I fucked up on something. I had to re-upload it.
Don't worry, lady. I'll reply to you on there. I always tell him he has got ill takes.
Which video was it? If it was the one that came out today.
Yeah, you had one that came out.
Yeah, no, I had to take that down.
Yeah, the only one I see here is the one you put out from 2 days ago. That's all I remember.
Yeah, no, there was one that was up today. I had to take that down. That'll be coming out in the morning. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There was an issue with the Sunday. I was like, oh, okay, That
I did the same thing too. Yeah, there's a few times I did that, and I was like, I'll just take this down because it's not up that long enough to the point where it's going to matter in terms of viewership.
Yeah, it was thumbnail, and because I copied the wrong thing, I was like, oh shit, okay, why is this motherfucker singing here? I was like, because I said link to this video, link to this person's channel, but then I realized, okay, I ain't fucking with this person. I was like, okay, let me just take this whole thing now, just do it. That's me. It should be back up 8 o'clock. I'm put it out 8 o'clock instead of 7.
All right. So we're going to cover some League of Legends stuff. So this week coming up, the LEC 2025 Spring Split will be beginning. We have a tier list that we're going to do about that later on. But there was this video that came out for the LTA. So as Mark Z is the LTA commissioner, he had mentioned that they were going to be more transparent this time around. They were going to be basically listening to community feedback. Recently, Riot just announced that LoL Esports for, the competitive international events is going to be Fearless all year round, because Fearless is a really popular thing right now. It's in that kind of honeymoon phase where everyone likes it right now. So Fearless is going to be all year long. And the other thing to talk about with the LTA is we've mentioned this, like when it first started. I think the same problem still exists though, right? Like, I don't like the name. I think the name is stupid. The logo's dumb. Makes no sense. The branding really isn't there. Riot really messed up on it. They were kind of wondering, like, where's the viewership at? Did you really market the LTA the way you did the LCS? Because the LCS you saw, like, had actual advertising. So you could tell, like, people were watching because they probably saw there was some advertising there. They basically just kind of, like, destroyed all the legacy of the LCS because people kept saying that LCS was dying. But there were ways you maybe could have made it work, but bad decisions all the way around from Riot hiring. Just remember the La Tigris hire.
Oh god,
good lord! Remember Rafa? He's gone. He's casting, I guess, LPL English games because Riot's doing that. Riot canceled the English LPL broadcast only to take a clip from them and then not even credit them with it because they don't want to pay for an English LPL broadcast anymore. I'm glad that people are doing it now. That way we still have it. But goddamn, is this company just fucking full of shit. The merger of LCS and CB LOL doesn't really make any sense given the fact that like most people here are just not interested in Brazilian League of Legends or the community, but people from them would be most likely more interested in us because like some of the orgs here do have a Brazilian presence. Some of them do, right? But it's another thing where the merger really didn't do anything. They kind of just like half cut CB LOL to save NA. They're paying 100 Thieves to stay here. 100 Thieves do want to be here, but they don't like the financials around the league. So they're just going to be here for free. So when you're thinking about that, you're like, wait a minute. 100 Thieves gets to be here for free along with the other teams now, right? But if you have the Valorant system that they made a while ago when they started the Valorant Pro Circuit, why didn't they just switch around the system to begin with, right when they could have? And now you're allowed the tier 2 changes are kind of cool. They allow for like a tier 2 team to come up, so there is like a legitimate path to pro, which is different from the LEC. But the problem here is like the LTA just coming out with its winter split to begin of the year, which is not really good at all. It just didn't really feel hype at all. It just kind of felt like the same thing, except it just called a different name.
Exactly.
It didn't really feel any different. Like pros is still good, but pros is still good. I like the content around LTA is better than it was before. It's fine now, but like the analyst desk is a couch. Remember they fired Dash. Don't know why. I still don't know why they did it.
That's the worst one because it's like
that one just didn't make any impact at all, and it just doesn't make any sense. It's like he could definitely be here with these people, and it wouldn't make any difference at all. Like, fucking hell, they're hiring just the most random motherfuckers in the LEC now. Like, what's that name? What's that dude's name? He was on Team Heretics a long time ago. He turned to a caster. Oh my god, he looks like Baus. He has blonde hair. Fucking hell. Jack Spectra.
Yeah, Jack Spectra.
He's randomly a caster. Like they literally pick up people off the fucking street. Guys, they hired the Tigress. She was actually objectively terrible in every single metric known to man.
Yep.
And good lord, man. Just also the problem with the LTA format in winter was the scheduling, They had it running simultaneously with the LEC, even though their biggest thing was like, oh, we don't want to have broadcast products clash. But you clearly had it running simultaneously with the LEC. You did. And then you had to make people choose. And it's like, the LTA format was bad. Single round robin best of threes. If you want to do single round robin, single elimination before first hand, that's fine. Just have them be best of fives. That's fine. You can do single. We've had a single elimination playoff format for the longest until they switched it to double elim for a lot of these regions. Do best of fives. What are you doing? And then the cross map with Brazil, they're essentially like having us do like this little mini wild card tournament with Brazil, and Brazil's trash. The best Brazilian team was a team that's not even Brazilian. They're all fucking Spanish. Isurus Estral is Spanish, guys. They're the best team, and they're not Brazilian. Brazilian teams are bad. I'm sorry. Nothing is going to help them get better, because if people don't know this, their server in Brazil is locked to just playing other Brazilian players. Like, that's why NA it's also harder to get better too, because you're kind of just locked to playing NA. EU's a bigger server because there's just more people obviously playing from all these different other places. Korea's a big enough server, and that's also close to China, so you can get like Chinese players playing on the Korean server, and then if it's Taiwan, they can also play on the Korean server as well. NA and Brazil don't have that. We're just kind of locked here, you know. So all of this was bad. The merger, like I love Monte Cristo. I think it's awesome, but that because I know he was only just reporting that the LCS and Brazil should merge, but it makes no sense to merge them because the brands have no synergy. What are we merging for? The brands literally make no sense. It's not like when Disney absorbed Fox and there was like legitimate reasons for them to do it because it would actually help their assets, which we thought at the time was a good thing. But maybe looking back now, it's horrible. But this is not the same thing. It's not the same at all. This has just been a real horrendous merger. Hopefully for the spring split is better, but and it's quite crazy. I understand they wanted to take away the LCS World slot because LCS teams were fucking horrendous at Worlds. Understandable. Made sense. But then now we have to share a slot with them. Why do we have to share a slot with Brazil? Guys, Brazil has never done anything internationally. They've maybe did like one or two upsets randomly in a group stage. Like you have the Kaboom one, which was impactful and made sense. But the EDG one with INTZ back in 2016, like that didn't mean anything because that was only just day one. And well, that team won a single game and then went 0-5 drop. Every Brazilian team sucks ass at these events. Like, I'm sorry, they're just trash. I mean, you got that one girl who's out here looking like a cute dime piece, but outside of having hot women, Brazilian League of Legends stinks ass. Like, I remember when you said, when you were watching like CBLOL before, like they got slashed in half, you said it was just absolute trash. Like, what are they hyping in that league? Like, what are they hyping there? I don't get it.
It was dog shit because at that point, there was, because Strong wasn't there yet. It was who the fuck was it? It was two teams. It was two teams.
Like INTZ, fucking they left. They had a lot of
it was two good teams in Paid and not the Strong, Paid and Loud. Yeah. And there was two of the teams that were decent, but they could never challenge them to. And then everybody else was just dog shit. It was like, what the hell is...
Gosh. It's crazy. He would say I'm wrong, but he would know I'm objectively right. Its merger is terrible. I'm sorry. The merger stinks ass. But she was like, she said she wants to work out. Well, that's great. Yeah, yo. But outside of...
Work out what?
Outside of getting to follow that person, that lady, a really hot lady, on Twitter, I don't really get the merger. It makes no sense. It's logistically terrible. Because you know how teams are like, we're going to go over to Brazil and scrim and get what decent practice? What decent practice are you getting from Brazilian teams? Because we saw what happened on stage outside of that 100 Thieves Pain Gaming cinema series that we saw.
You know the crazy part about it was, even though Pain Gaming was winning, that's how they, no, if you go and watch, that's how they play all their games. 5
straight stuff, man, and they threw the whole game. They didn't even do anything.
That's how they got to the 4th seed. They were what the fuck was it? I forgot who it was. They threw Baron. They threw something, and then they got immediately demolished.
I knew they were finished.
Thieves plays like an LTS South team with LTA North
players
competition. Yes.
Yeah.
That's how 100. That's how that the way
I still hear you.
100
I'm
Seeds
gonna
play.
get a drink.
The way 100 Seeds play is how most of the LTA South plays. Like it is sad. That's the sad part. It's sad.
Sorry about that, guys. I saw you get a drink. Oh no, it's just fucking hell, man. Like after I saw that Pain Gaming series on, that's our best team. Well, you can just count all these teams going 0-4 drop. They only won a single game. And keep in mind, Estral Isurus is a Spanish team. They got a single win in the best of 3. Every other Brazilian team went 0-4. Get the fuck out. Drop. Exactly. My regional record out in the first 2 rounds. No chance of surviving. No tiebreakers. No top 32. You going home with your dick between your legs. Done. After I saw that Pain Gaming team saw 100 Thieves having to recall, chase them into their jungle, the Ezreal E'd forward over the terrain, only to get Kaisa W'd and then get booty graped. I was like, okay, I don't know what we're watching here, but that was terrible. Remember the Otacon fight where the support head tried to flash over the wall and stop the Vi, not understanding that Vi could just go through the terrain to ult? Like, what is this guy doing?
This is how I knew 100 Thieves was going to 2-0 that. Once I saw how they played game 1, I was like, oh yeah, this is why Pain gave it the 4 seed. Pain, it made sense.
I like the fans. The fans are passionate. The fans are fun.
But no, the fans are much better than the ones we got here.
Oh no, they're great. Like I like the fans. The fans are fine. But we're at this point now where it's like
they got some better looking fans down there too. Holy shit!
Oh my god! You remember on the broadcast they were trying to like pan on that Shaniqua. Oh, like this bitch is ugly.
I was like, you don't think this fat ugly bitch? No, give me the girl with the BBL in the back with the pretty face. There was a chick with a BBL in the back. I was like, yo, nah, see, I need to see her. Get this.
Yeah, you're like, I didn't get a good look at that. Damn. Like, you're like, can you give me a 360?
Yeah, I need a 720. I need a 720 twice. And then you got this old
girl's name. I keep forgetting.
They got this old Shrek looking bitch in there, like.
Oh yeah, she had a nose ring. She had a nose ring.
Yeah, I told you, like, I don't find nose ring pretty.
How do you pronounce this? Lao Ang Nolan? I don't know how to pronounce that. That's terrible. Oh my god. But yeah, if you give me girls like that all the time, remember Brazil got to be some.
That's a rap. Yeah.
Man, if she was like rapping to me in her native tongue, be like, hello? Huh? The fuck did you say?
You gotta be careful. Them girls, them to kind of set you up. Then again, Latina women in their country would set you up. Like if London was in Mexico, she'd probably set you up. They get the pretty dumb ones. No offense. I'm not gonna let it pretty or dumb, but they get girl like her, big titty, not much in the head, to flirt with you, and then they come home and then you got Pablo, Hector, Juan, Jorge, and Jesus about to rob you and take your kidney.
Holy shit.
And that same thing happens in Brazil and Eastern Europe.
Well, here is the LTA format changes.
I'm not racist, I'm just right. Remember that.
Hey, I agree. Oh shit! I know the audio on. Jesus Christ!
Like people, this girl got mad because I said that. I was like, first of all, Mexican cartel.
Why do you want to beat? Why do you want to beat Chaz? What did he do?
What?
What did you do to her? Why are you making her angry?
I'm gonna beat you, girl. Well,
just literally have him put his face in your butt and then start sucking the shit out.
I'm gonna put my cock in your mouth. That's what I'm doing, right?
No, allegedly in Minecraft.
No. In real life, I'll put my nuts right in her mouth.
She said she got a big old fat ass. I'm like, wow, interesting.
Okay.
What am I supposed to do with that? Do I just like look at it and admire it?
Put my nuts right in her mouth. She'll have some chocolate salty balls about that.
Good lord. Do you like butt stuff?
Yeah, man, she better get some of the butt.
Oh my god,
get smacked.
Thumb in or thumb out. Trash trying to get suffocated. Oh god. All right, so let's go over these LTA format changes that we're going to be implementing.
Yeah, call it avalanche.
Sick. Okay, now we're ready.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the LTA address, where we'll be retroing Split 1 and looking ahead to the rest of the year. We know Split 1 didn't hit the mark for a lot of fans, and honestly, We agree. First, we'll break down the changes we're making.
That's because Riot formats are trash. Do you guys, man, evidence of
His
trash
name,
formats.
his
Insert
name is
first
Mark,
stand.
and it did hit the mark. Yes. I'm sorry. Mark out here just give me out here open 3-pointers for game.
Oh
Call me
God,
LeBron.
man.
Call me Kyrie 26. That shit was just too open.
Oh God.
Too open
Jeez,
like my
man.
ex's legs.
Speaking of trash formats, first stand, terrible format.
Oh,
Actually
absolute
terrible.
trash. But
I love how they acknowledge their formats are bad, but will never do any reason or logic to fix them.
Absolute trash, but we all know who's going to win it anyway.
Man, it should have been Team Liquid.
This is how bad. Matter of fact, no, I'm not going to shut up now because Hollow Life gave you Quinn Top and y'all still can't win the fucking series. Oh my God. Impact need to retire. There was that game 2, that Hollow Life versus Team Liquid Cup game 2. That motherfucker. And then game 3. That game 3 cup. Hollow Life should have been arrested for game fixing right there. And Team Liquid still couldn't win.
Yeah, Hololive would never do that draft against T1 or Gen G. Never. Zeus would never win against fucking Keen. That would never happen.
No. Hololive wouldn't do that against Carbide Corp.
But they would do it against Team Liquid. That's the difference.
Yeah, they actually took Flying Oyster seriously. That's how you know you shit. They took them 17-year-olds more seriously than a bunch of old 2 world champions on your team.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they old world champions, but nonetheless. Think about it. Peanut got revenge against Core JJ, if you think about it.
Peanut had games where he straight up went 14-1 or 15-0. That's disgusting.
Just think about it. Peanut got revenge against Core JJ. If you don't think about it, go back to 2017. You don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Making based on what we learned from Split 1. Then we'll dive into these topics and more from the community to address the biggest talking points and how we're improving moving forward. Let's kick things off with some format changes. Split 1 was designed as a fast-paced tournament, whereas Split 2 and 3 were structured more as
fast-paced. Teams played 2 best-of-3s, lost, and had a break until now. That sure is fast. I'll tell you that.
Longer traditional splits.
I'll be less Jerry the better. I'm sorry, no, I'm dead.
On that one. That guy sucks ass.
I'm sorry.
Could you imagine watching that guy? Could you imagine back in the day watching that guy for a full 18-game best-of-1 season? Oh my God, that would
I'd rather watch Fudge play ADC than watch Scary G. That was some bullshit.
To be a type of kickoff tournament for the league, we understand it's short, and we'll rework future Split 1s. Split 2 and 3 were already longer splits, but we think we can do better, especially with Fearless being rolled forward globally. Originally, Split 2 was designed as a traditional spring split with double round robin best-of-1 format, leading into a top 6 playoffs. Early in splits, best-of-1s have a role to help teams play against more opponents early on in the split every day to engage their fans. However, 7 weeks of best-of-1s no longer felt like the right approach with Fearless. We're adjusting the regular season to have 3 weeks of best-of-1s to start, and then weeks 4 through 7 will become best-of-3s to ensure we have that champion diversity.
That's just the LEC format. That is literally just what the LEC format has been for the last 2 years. Oh, we even said the LTA it'd be fine having that format's fine. That you have 3 weeks of best-of-1s, you weed out the literal worst teams, and you just kind of move on to playing best-of-3s. It took them this long to figure out the LEC's format was better?
Minus season finals.
You don't have that. Yeah, don't.
We don't need that.
Me2 just got free trophies, and it's not a thing anymore.
Diversity. Also address the community's request for more best-of-3s. Here's how the new format works. Weeks 1 through 3 will be a single round-robin best-of-1 called the positioning phase. These will create standings for 2 groups of 4 and work as tiebreakers when needed. Weeks 4 through 6 is the group stage, with best-of-3 matches within the 2 groups.
Okay, so even if you completely bomb out of the first stage, that means you're still in. That means you could literally straight up go 0x whatever and you're still moving to the next round. Isn't that just what was it? Damn, it's that system we had in California a long time ago. No Child Left Behind. That you're just rewarding teams for just going 0-8 drop.
That was the shit across the whole country. I remember.
Yeah,
I benefited from that the most, even though I was passing classes.
I did too.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought I did not care about middle school because I realized what George Bush put that system in 2002. Everybody got pushed through, unless you did not show up or there was ways they could keep you behind. But it was all liberal states. If you were in South Carolina and you failed, you got left behind.
Yeah, it's like, okay, now we're doing these systems where what's the incentive on getting a high regular season seed then? You're just going to get in playoffs anyway?
These groups are constructed using a snake system. Week 7 is cross-group battles, where the top 2 teams play for seeding, while the bottom 2 teams in each group play elimination matches, leading into our...
So what's the first stage for? The first stage should be getting rid of 2 people. Oh, Jesus.
Our top 6 full fearless playoff, where all the matches played are best of 5.
Practice.
Now,
yeah, like, okay, so I don't disagree with them having this LEC style format, but then what the fuck does the first stage mean?
You know what the issue is? This works when there's 10 teams, not when there's 8. Because think about it. If you think about the LEC system, why does that system work, but this one won't?
Because there's 10 teams, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because think about this. Think about if they did this with the LEC and you still had to watch Rogue and SK still play the playoffs. You just get, it was like, the top 2 teams. Who were the top 2 teams of LEC? Carmine Corp and it was Fnatic and Carmine Corp.
Fnatic Carmine Corp got first and second, yeah.
Imagine for a qualifier round is G2 versus SK. Who the fuck wants to see that? You want to see Madeline just fifth Rogue again?
Oh shit. Jesus Christ, formats.
That's what the system is.
Uses the pick and play system, where teams select their opponents each week. As Split 3 was already series play, the changes are more straightforward. We're just changing all the elimination matches to be best of.
Yeah, this Split 3 is like, okay, so the best team could just choose the worst team and then circle the drain choosing the worst team each week.
Or they can do KT, and just choose the team that they want to eliminate and then get fucked themselves. To this day, I understood why, because at that point, T1 was weak. They didn't have Faker. They were unsure about the third.
Yeah.
But why don't you still go for a DK? With the DK?
DRX. Yeah, with
DRX. I understood the reasoning. Why? But
they were the best team in the regular season, man.
But you don't take out. You always take out the worst team, and then you go to the next one. Oh, let's take out T1 right now.
Yeah,
that's like taking out the motherfucker who got one arm, but his other arm had a knife in it. He put it right in your throat.
Like I understand this is the way for them to kind of spice things up, but this is just the worst way you could spice things up ever. The best, literally, guys, I promise you, the best team will just choose between teams 6th through 8th to play each if they can. That's all they're gonna do.
5s. After Split 1, we wanted to guarantee that fans see multiple.
It's gonna be 100 seeds, and we're gonna pick Team Liquid. I'm like,
that the teams facing one last stand in a full series. These changes will result in more days and games, giving teams more time on stage and fans more opportunities to watch meaningful matchups. On a similar
Mark, this is the LTA. Meaningful matchups are only in the top 4. 100 Thieves, FlyQuest, Cloud9, and Team Liquid. Every other team, some would argue they're not really, they don't really have fan bases. Who's a fan of DS? I mean, are they actually fans of DSG, or are they just fans of Toast?
They're fans of Toast.
Yeah, it's like those orgs don't have fans. Like Lion Gaming, do they have
Lion?
Maybe, I guess.
They lost half their fans once they cut their original team.
Gosh. Like, who's the other team there? Oh, Shopify Bellion? Who's a fan of that team? Who's a fan of them?
TSM fans are on Copium. I never knew a Dig fan.
I don't know. I've never heard of one.
I'm about to say I don't know.
They have fans, but apparently they're just all they might be cockroaches. They only come out when their team wins.
I knew fans of NRG when they were a team.
Yeah,
but not
Michael said, I was stressed out recently, and I thought of chat saying, calm down, Michael, calm down. Everything was okay again.
Yeah, relax. Yeah, relax. Woo-sa, Michael.
Fans of both conferences commented on the current competitive gap between North and South teams. To be honest,
competitive gap.
What
that implies that there was a gap to begin with. There's no gap. There's just better.
You know the fucked up part about it? LTA was actually stronger than CBLOL. That's the sad part. They got rid of the better region because CBLOL made more money. LA was actually stronger than CBLOL.
Oh my god, there was a caster there that had an ass that was just juicy. Oh my god.
The gap between NA, LATAM, and Brazil has existed for a long time, and closing it was never going to be a single split solution, but our vision was to achieve that over time.
You're never going to close the split. That split might have to get bigger. The only split you're closing in Brazil is between them women's butt cheeks. The only split you're closing. You ain't close. You can't close them.
What's the idea behind that? As you just said, like our goal is to not close the gap in one single split. Well, like no shit, Sherlock. We all understood that, but it's never. What implies from what we just saw that is going to close anytime soon?
Because
just gaslighting.
We just showed that our top four will beat your top four. We can send the bottom four. If our bottom four beats your top four, this LTA shit needs to end.
Yeah, let's go back to just bring back everything else. Just say you're sorry. You tried it out. It didn't work.
Just act like 2025 didn't happen.
Just act like Shannon Sharp. Just go quiet like Shannon Sharp does on the ESPN broadcast when Shaq tells him, "I got 4 rings and you don't. Read the cup." That's all you gotta do. Go silent. Just go silent.
Yeah. Or get the neuralizer and just erase all of 2025. Just act like it didn't happen. Just no LTA.
Oh God, man.
Is to introduce additional boot camp between splits 2 and 3. The top 3 South teams who don't qualify for MSI will be flown to LA for a boot camp to help them prepare for split 3. This was always
okay, cool. Why didn't they just do that now? Was that not a wake-up call from what we just saw? Did we not just see a wake-up call and they just what the fuck?
What they need to do is bring all 8 teams and actually try to make it somewhat competitive.
What they need to do is bring that girl over to my house so I can suck on her fucking butthole for 5 hours. But that's a different story. But goddamn,
I understand that. That one makes sense. But
they're like, well, the Brazilian teams can come over here in boot camp. Couldn't they just done that now? What? All right.
The only thing I'm trying to do with Brazilian is a Brazilian girl. I'm trying to not boot.
That's it. Competitively driven ecosystem. With the new format changes, Riot also made some adjustments to broadcast schedules to better optimize for fans and engagement.
No, they didn't. The broadcasts were running simultaneously with the LEC. That's just objective. Oh, okay.
No,
a few more minutes of this. I'm saying a few more minutes of this. I'm going to the tier list because I can't hear this gaslighting bull. This is stupid. This is actually horrible. Holy fuck.
You know what the fucking part about this was? That the LTA South was starting right as LEC was starting, and then they would go. I was like, the issue is you guys are automatically competing against each other.
Even though remember what they said last year, we don't want to have our broadcast competing with each other. Liars. Literally liars. I feel bad for Mark. He has to just regurgitate this bullshit back to us. This is such bullshit. Yes. Holy God, man.
Global ecosystem changes in 2025 resulted in a historic amount of overlap between broadcasts, making it harder for some fans around the world to watch LoL esports. We'll talk viewership in part 2 since that was also a very big community topic, but long story short, we don't want to make fans pick between 2 products.
I'm done. Nope, we're going to tier list. Fuck this. I'm no more of that. I am not listening to this Riot gaslighting bullshit again to me. I'm good.
I watched all 14 minutes. And then I watched
I've heard this shit for so many years. I am done.
I watched the 100 Thieves guy David look there. Oh my God. He had a 46-minute live stream where he was just, this is so bullshit, man. You guys were constantly streaming, even when you could have pushed it back. You guys actually chose, because think about it. This started when it was Giant X versus whatever shit team. Oh, let's just start the LTS right, or LTA right now. I'm like, y'all motherfuckers started at 4. Yeah, you guys would start at 2:00, not having the game start to 4:00. Why are you starting the live stream 2 hours early? You just go over players' profiles. Like, look at this player.
These people like huffing their own farts or something. Did we not just see a whole split where it overlapped constantly?
Overlapped.
Oh my god! Nope. Jesus Christ! Please kill me. Do you have that tier list that we had for GP Sports to go over the LEC? I think they have a thing on there, right? I think they do.
Yeah, the LTA South. Where is it?
Let me do. Oh, so we could go over one thing quickly before we do the tier list. GP Sports put out a power ranking for the teams. This is their power ranking. So they have Team Heretics at 10th, SK Gaming at 9th, Rogue at 8th, Team Vitality at 7th, Team BDS at 6th, Giant X at 5th, Carmine Corp 4th, Movie Star Koi at 3rd, G2 Esports 2nd, and Fnatic 1st.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Talking about before the split,
Is it safe to have Koi over Carmine Corp after what we saw?
No, wait a second. Was this before or after?
This is spring split to have. This is their power rankings for the spring split coming up this week.
Oh no, winter. No, that was winter.
Oh my god, L.
That was winter.
Yeah, you're right. That was for winter. I didn't just mess up right there. Woo!
That's winter, because
all right, so this is spring. Okay, yeah. So it doesn't say the roster here. I don't like the S tier. I don't like the S tier 1 there, but it's fine. So do they always have the players on here too? Go transfers.
No. The main difference is in roster.
Don't forget. Yeah, you can just come over here and change them. Okay. I just need to know the players there. Okay. All right. So where did GP Sports have? Let's do. I put spring. I literally put spring here. Why are they?
The biggest difference is Isma is back on Giant X for closer.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I saw that. Okay.
I think closer's
taking a break. All right.
Yeah,
so
that's me. Isma, who got dumped by SK, went to Carmine Corp, blew up.
Yeah.
Came back. Now is
that means Giant X. Oh, good lord. This LEC is such trash. Holy fucking shit. All right.
SK now has. Yeah.
Let's begin. So this will begin our LEC 2025 spring split tier list that will be going in that girl Lowe's. But nope, just joking, guys. Joking. All right. All seriousness. This is going to be my way of butt fucking linen. I'm joking. All right. Go ahead. Third time's the charm.
Sit on my face. I need shots to come sit on my face.
I need Laura to like just let me dig her booty hole out for a good 3 minutes. But it's fine. It's fine.
I need Laura to let me put my tongue in her butt. Just like, I don't care if she's sick.
I know that girl Law wipes. I feel like that girl cleans her butthole out constantly. Oh my god.
Shocks looks like she licked the right face.
This is going to be our LEC 2025 spring split tier list. So, as you guys remember from the LEC 2025 winter split, Carmine Corp ended up winning their very first title in the LEC. They ended up breaking G2 Esports' winning streak of winning titles and season finals, actually. So the only title that G2 lost was the LEC 2023 spring split. That was it. They had basically won. How many titles is that? There's 4. Basically, there's one. Yeah. They essentially won every title since 2023 minus 1.
Yeah.
They won winter, summer.
Lost. They top 4 spring, one summer, one season finals.
Yeah.
And then
they won all 4. Yeah, they won 7 trophies in the last 2 years.
It was 6 titles.
Yep. So let's start with some of these transfers. So as Chaz wanted to go over Giant X first. So Closer was on Giant X. And he wanted to essentially take a break. He just wanted to take a break. That's all we know. I mean, I don't know if there's anything else to that story, but Closer's taking a break. And then Isma, Yeah, that awful jungler you guys have been seeing for the last year and a half managed to simply fail upwards and ended up on a better roster than what he had on SK Gaming. I just can't believe that he ended up failing upwards and getting to Giant X. Now, Giant X, I think, is still going to be like a middle of the pack team, but the fact that they even chose this guy is crazy. Now, the only thing that Nightmare said that would make sense to why they would get him, because you don't have to do any like visa work. He's just already in Berlin. He's just kind of like maybe a plug and play player. Sure, if you just want to do it from a logistics point of view, that's fine. But he's not good. I don't know how he fixes this team. This team had a very, very bad mid game. They really couldn't do anything outside of like getting some early game kills. Their team fighting was kind of off for the most part. The roster, where do they place in winter? Didn't they get like 6? I think Giant X got like 6 or something, right? Or
Giant X was 5th, I believe.
Yeah. So
they were 5th.
Giant X will probably put it like C tier. That's like the best I could really do for them. All I can do is a no for me, dog. I'm just kidding. All right. So who are we going to go over next? Let's do SK Gaming. So is anything less than D tier where they're going to be at? Because I don't think the roster got any better. They got some ERL prospects. That's really it.
SK, they swapped out Isma and they got Bukata.
They're still keeping Reeker, who was complete ass.
Yep, and they swapped out Rahel for Kadui or whatever his name is.
Yep. And Kadui was a player that apparently people wanted to be in the LEC for a while, but they just never picked him up, honestly. Rahel was their only decent player, and there were some behind-the-scenes issues that maybe he had caused like Loopy to run it down. But I don't think Rahel caused Loopy to walk into 3 people and off himself. I don't think he convinced him of that. But this roster was never going to work anyway. Like the only piece that made it work last year was Niski. And then once we saw when Niski pretty much just brain completely fried because he couldn't carry the team, you couldn't do anything else with it. Oh, you had Irrelevant on here too. But literally, if Irrelevant brain didn't work, Niski just started getting worse and worse throughout the year.
Sometimes Irrelevant brain was working, but the top laner he was going against was just outfitted him.
Yeah.
That's the worst thing. It was like
Niski and Isma, just worst mid-jungle duo I've seen in a while. Just absolute garbage. Just terrible mid-jungle duo. Holy shit.
Imagine at a point where you're getting outbeat by Murray and Oscar Eden. It kind of like in lane, kind of just farming minions, and he has more impact than Irrelevant. Because Irrelevant just
Kana literally all last year in summer just straight up just played Farm Simulator. I don't think that guy even joined a team fight half the time.
No, he joined one team fight and he got immediately blown up.
And with this roster, you have Genax still. Like we knew Genax would be a downgrade compared to what Irrelevant was offering the team. Like I don't see a world this is better. They're gonna be fucking damn. Yeah, there's no way they're not gonna at least be 8th or 10th. There's no way. I just don't see a world.
At minimum, they're going to be.
At minimum, they're competing for 9th and 10th. At minimum, 9th.
Yep.
I'll be honest with you guys. How is it going to get better? And now we have to kind of hope these new players they're bringing up are going to be able to compete in the LEC, which, you got to get experience somehow. But you're expecting them to basically kind of like transfer some of their tier 2 success, whatever the fuck that even means in the ERLs anymore, to this now. This is the big leagues now. And you're going to be able to do that on SK with Genax and Loopy and Reeker, who reeks of shit. I'm good. You can compete for 9th. Good job, SK. You can now compete for 10th, too. Maybe they can be both 9th and 10th. I just put you there, too. All right. Let's do Team Heretics. They have the same roster. I'll be honest here. They were bad, too. They went 0-4 drop in the playoffs.
Yep.
It's going to be best of 3s, but it doesn't matter, in my opinion.
Yeah,
their roster still sucks. Like they're about as bad as SK Gaming and Rogue was. The only reason why they didn't get really ass shitted on was because SK Gaming and Rogue were just worse. They're not good. I think they're also a D tier team too. Like they're just good lord, that team is ass. One of the players on their roster was interviewed, and they asked him, "Hey, how do you like being in the LEC?" He's like, "I don't even know why I'm here." All right, well,
when he said that, I was like, "Oh no."
He's basically saying he's a budget hire. Guys, he got brought up from like tier 3. Tier 3.
He's either the budget hire or the diversity hire. Trust me, I met a diversity hire today by accident. I was like, "Oh, I know why you're here." I was like, "You're the black guy." Okay, gotcha. But he was, and then I saw the actual real the lesbian chick with the pink hair. I was like yeah, I was like, I'm here for Transformers rights and all this. And it's like yeah, I still I voted for Kala here. I was like, because I saw her car as she was leaving because I was coming in.
Just for this, guys, we don't have any S tiers here because there's nothing S tier about the LEC in any team capacity. That's just empty.
The closest team would be Carmine and G2, but nah, neither of them are S tier.
Rogue has the same okay, cool. Rogue has the same roster. That's awesome.
Yeah, Rogue
That's
D.
awesome.
Rogue D.
There. Okay.
Yeah,
that's
Rogue D. I'm about to say it right now. Just put Rogue D there. Dog shit. They're dog shit. Their team
Larson literally sits on stage and does nothing.
They got the most upside to the Malrong and Adam, but it doesn't matter because they got Larson and Patrick. It neutralizes itself. It's like
Patrick is so bad. And execute is awful. This whole team is bad.
If you go to the dictionary and look up the definition of mid, you're gonna find a picture of Patrick. It's mid.
I feel bad for Malrong. He really was trying, but there's nothing you can do. You can't make. Adam is such a emotional player where when he's really feeling himself, like he's really beating his meat.
He's top 3. He's top 3.
When he's not beating his meat and he's not getting laid, that guy is trash.
And not punching motherfuckers in the goddamn face.
Hard to remember he did. I was like, motherfucker, it's not that. It's never that serious. Be assaulting people.
Yeah. See, and no offense, most of these guys are pussy. That's mean they ain't gonna do nothing. It's like that's the sad part. It's like there's motherfuckers. You're right, cool. I ain't gonna fuck with you because you're crazy. It's like you don't fuck with people that are crazy because crazy people are just too crazy. You don't know how crazy they're gonna get.
Let's do my favorite team. Team Vitality. You know what's gonna happen? You know what's crazy, guys? This horse shit ass org, as we've went through their L's, we've went and clocked in all their L's here, and they added another L. I'm not shitting you. Niski is gonna roll swap to being a support, and they finally got rid of Hylissang. Can this org just not produce? This org is just an L generator. Yeah. I don't know if they're ever gonna produce a W, but it sure is cinema watching this org just turbo sprint L's constantly. So instead of just getting a support that can just work with Carzzy, they're going to just roll swap someone. Now, maybe they need like the shot calling aspect that Niski maybe is able to provide. But remember, what was the roster built on? Mac was like, yeah, this roster is built around Hylissang. Red flag. Pause. Not good. That's a terrible idea. And then they gave Hylissang a year and a month. Yeah, they gave him a year and some change. After he basically ran it down, winner split, they were like, okay, we really have to get this guy off this roster. He's awful. Did you not notice what he did last year? Why was this guy given another winner split? I don't understand why he was given this split at all. Why? Like, Carzzy is good, but we're not. He's not the type of ADC to kind of like 1v5 games unless he's really, really fed. Unless he's playing like a late game ADC like Jinx and Aphelios and Tristana, like ADCs like those. He's not the player that like will simply just carry you games outright unless it's a specific pick. Sajek is just okay. Like Linsis is just overhyped because Linsis is just an overhyped French player because that's what they fucking do. They overhype all their players. People actually legitimately said Sakin was better than Faker. Like, fucking hell.
That's Karma Corp. You can't take it seriously.
And that's inward. He just sits in his chair, slouches back like a fat fuck, and plays the game. That's all he does. He literally just slouches back and just is fat and plays the game. He's a decent top laner. He's not like the worst top laner, but this ain't gonna get Vitality a trophy. Guys, this org has never even finished second. They never even lost in a finals because they've never been to a finals. This org is just literally, if you took Vitality out and you added in Team Liquid, they would provide you more value to this league than what Vitality provides you. I'm not kidding. Vitality actually sucks ass. Like, fucking hell, I hate this org. where I forgot where they finished last split. They finished like 7th. I guess they'll be C tier.
Yeah,
I don't fucking. They won't be D tier, but I guess C tier is comfortable for them. Next Team BDS. I don't think they made any changes. I don't think they did. Nope. Same roster. Yep.
C tier.
Yep. You guys are just good lord. That game against Fnatic where 113 could have tanked that 4th Jin shot for Nook, but he didn't do it. Nook bends over and just takes it up the ass constantly by anyone slightly better than him. Like, he built Blackfire Torch and Death Cap on Syndra. No Hourglass, because, like, fucking he just wants to get his ass blown the fuck out by any other mid laner in the league. God, this player is so bad. Irrelevant came over. I mean, he kind of is an upgrade over Adam, but he's not had that same level that we thought he was going to bring over. Well, Nook, as we just talked about, gives up his asshole every single game. He's
BDS. They went lateral, and then it got worse because they ended up in the same spot, top 4, but nowhere near the finals.
Paras hyped up ERL prospect. A lot of people in the offseason wanted this guy. And this is the problem with LEC, as you guys saw. This is the issue. The teams, the managers who are building these teams, I don't know if they can ever spot talent. I don't know. I didn't see anything out of Paris that warranted, oh, yeah, he's need to be in the league. I don't know. I think his team is just going to be the same place. Middle at best. Movie star Koi, let's talk about them. So there's moments where you could kind of see them winning a title. You could kind of see what's good about them. They have a really decent early game, but they have no idea how to ever close out a game. They have no idea what they need to do at specific moments in the game to win. Jojo Pion, was he an upgrade over Fresh Ass when they announced it? Sure, it was an upgrade. But looking at how Jojo Pion has played, I mean, it's like he's not really played that well, honestly. He's looked pretty meh, all things considered, you know? There were weeks where he straight up went like 0-10. 0-10. He straight up went 0-8, 0-10, multiple weeks, constantly. Like, missing crucial abilities. I'm starting to think there's a good reason why Cloud9 got rid of this guy. This guy just can't really... The high highs are there if you can really unlock them. But the lows are just so constant. It's like, is that really worth it, honestly? If he could ever tap into some of his high highs, I think he could be the best mid laner, potentially in the LEC, at least top 3. But unless that ever happens, I don't think it will ever kind of amount for this team doing it better. Like, Merwin didn't have a great split at all. Supa looked super ass.
Oh, Alvaro, that bot line was absolute dog shit.
Alvaro, like, he was there. He existed. I don't know what he did, but he existed. Maybe, hopefully. El Yoya just plays a lot of these carries, and they get early game leads, but the rest of the map is falling behind to the point where, like, if they're not ahead, then it doesn't really matter for Movie Star Koi. So I think they'll still be around top 4, but I don't know if they'll be the best team.
No,
they have potential to be the best team. I think their potential's there, but unless they fix their macro, then it's never going to amount to anything, honestly. All right, let's do, because Fnatic's in the title. Will Fnatic choke again? They kept the same roster. You have Huma Shit, Oscar Inton, Raz Ass, always upset. Ain't winning no trophies, always upset. And you have Milk Toast.
Mickey Int. That's all he does is Int. Mickey Int. Oscar Int, you got to top rate that Int. You got to support that Int. Oscar Int, Mickey Int.
God. This is a lie, Michael. All that's lies. So you got Milk Toast, Upset, Human Shit, Raz Ass, and
Human Int. Because that's all Humanoid does is Int. You got 3 players that Int. Like, goddamn.
How did that team get first place? Fnatic reminds me of these teams in traditional sports from the NFL and the NBA. They'll always get like first or second. They're always competing for the top. But the moment it hits playoffs, everything falls apart.
Oh, motherfucking Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah.
Atlanta Falcons, Dallas Cowboys. They get first seed every damn year.
Yeah, like they're always at least in the conversation for like best team in the regular season. They're always like top 2.
Oh, motherfucking Utah Jazz in the last 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Always in the top 3.
The Thunder always had that a lot too. They were always in conversation for like best team, but playoffs happen, all apart. James Harden team.
Exactly. I was about to tell Houston
To be fair, I don't blame him for the Rockets. I'll blame him for that one. There's little nothing to do about that. But
yeah,
outside of that one, every James Harden team ever, like
wait. Matter of fact, before quiet letters, the Toronto Raptors. That motherfucker was always top 2. LeBron, they call Toronto LeBronto because LeBron James would come in and put his nuts all over Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
There was a point where LeBron James went 8-0 in back-to-back years against the Toronto Raptors. Back-to-back sweeps. LeBron James the 4th seed 1 year and put his nuts all on the Raptors' forehead. Motherfucker was hitting one-handed shots for game, dunking on motherfuckers, beating teams by 40.
I would like them to do it, but there's a chance maybe this year.
I think they can. If they don't win it this year.
They can't do it this year when they have a decent team. I don't think
they got next year. It's got to be the next 2 years.
I don't think they're beating the Celtics if we have an Eastern Conference Finals, honestly.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Fnatic is the Toronto Raptors of 2017.
Yeah, they're usually never anything out of like 4th. Their lowest is like 4th. They're usually always getting first. Guys, remember last summer they started undefeated. They had an undefeated season until G2 beat them once, and then they completely mentally broke apart. But I think if you're going just off regular season for like standings and shit, I think they'll be a top 3 team. They usually always are. But I don't see a world they win a title. There's just no way. Like Grab
I'll put Fnatic at B. And the reason I put them at B, until they could show me they got to win.
Good.
Because I want to put them in A. Like I said, there's no S team. Carmen Corp is the closest to S tier team, and I still don't have faith in them.
The floor on that team is so low.
It's so
obvious.
Like,
yeah.
You got motherfuckers
like Fnatic.
out here talking shit, saying, "Oh, I'm a good support." I'm like, okay, Pinocchio. All right, motherfucker. All right, cool. Okay. Yeah, keep in line with that big ass nose of yours, motherfucker.
Yep. Targamas, who did unbelievably criminal games at first stand, believes he's a good support. You know what? At least he's confident. I can give him that. I was
like, kind of like our scrims are good. We be scrimming against JDG. You know how to play that it's fried out of their mind.
Yeah, as if like Scout is going to try.
I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now. You know, Page is putting his fist all in Kalissa's ass. You know that, right? I'm telling you right now. Let JD fuck around and get to Worlds and meet Carmen.
Michael, did you watch the Spurs game today? They lost to They lost
Cleveland by 6. Yep.
So that's the problem. Like even Grabs had said with Fnatic, they always go even with Carmine Corp. He said they've gone 50-50 with Carmine Corp since they started. Like, man, the downside to Fnatic is like Razor could solo win you games. He also will solo lose. He will also solo lose you games. Oscarinen doesn't win you anything. Oscarinen just is a perma loser player.
But Razor won't be the reason why you lose. He'll be a contributing factor, but he won't be the full reason. You know who's the motherfucking reason that they'll lose. The motherfucker right in the middle. Humanoid.
Yep.
That motherfucker was soft ink. Go to a team fight. If that team had any kind of CC, he's leaning into it and dying.
Yeah, he'll play Yone, flash E forward, run up before he has to snap back, kill himself, and then give a whole team fight over. I'm like, what is this bro doing? This bro is competitively running it down.
Who was it? Was a Kali or what Ari? One of those teams.
It was a Brilliant Soul game. That Brilliant Soul game he did. Woo! Thank God they won that game because he was perma sprinting it.
Oh yeah. He's another one that never needs to play Yone again.
If he locks in Yone, we know we're about to see some cinema right there.
Yep. It's like, all right, cool. I was like, I got humanoids throwing at 35 minutes in. He's gonna throw out the second.
No. That game 5 against Carmine Corp, the Silas game. Remember how you walked up and challenged the world 1v1 and just died?
I remember that.
All you just hear is enemy has been slain. Like, what the hell? Man.
I remember that. I'm just like, It's gonna be Karmine Corp versus G2, isn't it? Yep. All right, cool.
That's pretty much it. Or we'll go over G2. So G2. So the reason they had a bad time against Karmine Corp, not excusing it, because they got completely clapped, was the fact that they had scrimmed them apparently the day or two before, and they showed Karmine Corp all their strats that they were gonna do, so they knew how to counter it. Who the fuck had the players scrim against the main person?
And then don't forget, Yikes on Karmine Corp. That means he knows how these players play.
Yeah.
Just think about it.
God, who in the right mind on their G2 fucking org had them scrim against Karmine Corp the day before, so they just show them their strats? Like, I think the only reason why I think G2 are gonna have a good time winning a title this year is because of Lebrov. We've seen the lows out of Lebrov. I knew it was gonna happen. Yeah, and Chaz was right earlier in a few episodes. He can have a few good weeks, but they're like so few far in between. It doesn't even matter, honestly.
The issue is he doesn't take any risk like Mickey X. Mickey X can win and lose your game. LeBron's not doing shit. LeBron is just, he's the guy that clocks in at 9 o'clock and leaves at 5 o'clock. You don't expect nothing more, nothing less than him. Mickey X will show up at 7 o'clock in the morning with motherfucking donuts, and he'll be there at the bar at 11 o'clock at night trying to get you some pussy. Like, that's Mickey X. He'll try to get you later. LeBron's just like, hi, 9 o'clock, clocks in, does his job, 5 o'clock, clocks out. See you guys on Monday. That's LeBron. That's not bad. And that's not bad. He comes and does what he needs to do as support.
But you've seen the lows that he has. He is a player that is a consistent playoff choker. That's all he is.
He doesn't. It's like, if you want to equate to Yu-Gi-Oh! Pokemon, he, like, Mickey X could be one of those win more players. LeBron's not a win more player, but it's like playing a card that doesn't help your game state. It's like, if you get to a certain game state, LeBron's not doing anything to make it better if it's not the right situation. LeBron has to have the right situation in order for him to benefit. And that's the thing about it. I realize about him. If it's not a nice sunny day, he's useless. And what I mean by that is he can't do anything if it's a little bit chaotic. It needs to be in a situation. And I knew this wasn't going to. And this is my biggest issue with him and Hassan. Two quiet motherfuckers. Two introverted motherfuckers. Think about it. If I date an introverted girl and I go to a restaurant and I order a cheeseburger with no pickles, they have pickles on it, it's gonna be hard for me to, say, hey, cause I don't like to speak. I like to speak up when I need to. Sometimes I'm like, whatever. If motherfuckers is yelling at me and all this shit, I don't take them seriously. I look at you like, okay, whatever, crazy crackhead. But it's like when I dated women, that's like, who the fuck you yelling at, you motherfucker, and all this is like, white girls yell too. They're just a little bit more polite than black women. Black women will threaten to cut you and all that. But the point I'm saying is, Asama and Lebrov are two introverted motherfuckers that they do talk, but they're not voiceful enough where you're like, what's going on, guys? What's going on?
Like, I understand the idea behind the bot lane, but it just never can work out in practice because they lane pretty. If they can lane, if they're on the same page and they lane good, it looks fine. It looks pretty good. But the problem here with Lebrov is, I don't know, he's always just consistently underperforming. Like you said, he's a win more player. He's actually a win less player. He don't win shit. But
no, the issue is, it's not that he consistently plays the same way. It's just when and this is what I realized. He doesn't play better or worse. He just plays the same way. The issue is he plays worse when the comp against him is better. If the comp is even.
Also, because he works well on a few select champions very well, like Nautilus and Rel and Leona. But if you ever ban those three out, he is an actual terrible player.
Pretty much the same shit Mickey X was good on.
Yeah. But that pipe game, remember that pipe game in Game 4 against Karmine Corp? Yeah. Could you ever see Lebrov having a pipe game like that?
Oh, hell no.
No, it's just... And then Skewmon, he got better throughout the split. He's actually completely fine.
Skewmon had to become more vocal because it was like, oh shit, no one else.
Like, this man rapping in the voice comm, spitting bars.
Think about it, because think like it used to be BB, Mickey X, and Cats. Yak was quiet. Yak was in there, and Hassan was a motherfucking church now. Ain't hear shit. This motherfucker was a goddamn none of the church. You didn't hear shit of this motherfucker. Hassan was quiet. You hear the comps now, it's the same shit. Cass is a little less vocal. Skillmon's more vocal now. Hassan was still quiet, but now LeBron's quiet. Now my
Broken Blade is pretty he talks a lot in the comps.
Broken Blade is consistently talking. But now it's
the bot lane is like literally not talking at all. Hansama doesn't talk really at all.
BB and Mickey X talking, and those are two sides. And guess what? Everyone's talking because Mickey X is on one side, BB's on the other side. But now it's BB and Skillmon. They're right next to each other. How the fuck am I gonna have I need my support here? I gotta yell like a motherfucker for even though they got the headphones on. I need to make sure that this motherfucker LeBron hears me. Hey, do not go in the jungle. Do not go in the jungle. Do not go in the jungle. Motherfucker goes in the jungle. Okay, what are you talking about? Do not leave yet. Come up to the top side. Motherfucker goes to the bot side, gets killed. Just gives over a free kill. And it's like, shit. It's like, because it'd be like, hey, Mickey be like, I'm going for the jungle with Yike, I'm gonna meet you up here. Or I'm coming for the top side. It was like,
all right, let's go over Carmine Corp. Carmine Corp, I think we have tied with G2. This is just regular season for the most part. Yeah. Playoffs are going to be a little different of a beast. But I guess these are the only two teams that you could see potentially winning a title. Because I think G2 will win one of them at one point in this year.
Here's what I think. I think Carmine Corp's going to win spring. I think G2 will.
You think they're back to back? Oh, okay.
I think Carmine Corp, but then they're going to get figured out by the summer. That's what I think is going to happen. I think it's going to be close. It's not going to be a 3-0 blowout. I think Carmine Corp is going to get the edge. Yanks will get all the praise. And then I think this is what happen. I think Carmine Corp is going to get figured out.
The only way I see them winning a back-to-back title is if, I mean, it's LEC level, but Kalist and Targamas have to level up their laning. It's horrible.
This is what I said. The finals will be 5 games. I think G2 is not going to have enough pressure. They're going to draft something so bad in game 5 that you're going to be like, fire Dylan Falco, but you don't. You just be like, all right, cool. Carmine Corp's going to get back-to-back. They're going to get first seed. They're going to be all happy. And then they're going to get ass blasted at MSI. And then they're going to get a reality check. Your ADC's garbage. Your ADC ain't there yet. He ain't him. He ain't it. Mm-hmm. Vladdy's all right. Colin's a Korean. That means he always going to have that Korean buff.
Vladdy really proved to be a pretty decent player. It's fine. Yeah. They have no problems in mid lane. He can compete with Caps. Kana,
the problem is
I won't say he can compete with Broken Blade because Kana will just randomly still have those games where he just does nothing. How would he still do it?
Kana can, but he got to be on the right champion. And he got to be on the right champion with the right jungler on the right champion. If you put like Kana on Cassante and then Yankees are on like Ivor, just SF go next. It's the fuck you go do with Ivor? The fuck is Ivor doing?
Ivern is literally only picked because they want you to be it's essentially a champion where you have to take a back seat and support the other people. That's kind of why
Yank can't take a back seat anymore. Yank needs to get Ivern out of his championship.
But keep in mind, when this split starts, it's not best of ones like it was before. This is a split where they're doing best of 3. So there are teams that are going to be able to do better in a best of 3 setting than a best of 1 setting. I think G2 will do way better in a best of 3 than a best of 1. We saw them in playoffs. That playoff series, remember, before the finals? Oh, my God. They beat the shit out of them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think G2 is going to thrive more in best of 3. I think Carmine Corp, out of these 10 teams, I'm telling you, the 14 I think that can thrive. G2, Carmine Corp. I'm saying Fnatic.
I think they might look worse in best of series. We've seen them in they look bad in best of series.
Fnatic, I'm gonna tell you those. I'm saying the top 4 teams are gonna look good, and I think them 3. I might go BDS. Koi scared me in the best of 3. Them motherfuckers get stupid. They get stupid. Merwin, you give Merwin more games to pick some bullshit. He gonna be like, "Hey guys, I'm gonna pick Miss Fortune top." I'm like, "Okay, all right, I'll be back in 35 minutes. Let me see you." And then the game's still going on, and it's like Miss Fortune got 1 kill, 5 deaths, 10 assists. I'm like, y'all let this fat motherfucker cook, and this motherfucker got 1 kill. Okay, all right. It's one of those bullshit picks where you're like sometimes, why is this guy cooking? Who let this man in the kitchen? Tell him to get his ass out of the kitchen. No, it's like Movie star Corey scares me when it comes to Fnatic. Scares me too, but Fnatic, they're consistent.
Such a coin flippy team sometimes too with them. Like they'll have games where they'll stomp. But then there's a game where Razork will go in and try to counter jungle, give up 3 kills, die. Humanoid fucking is so far ahead of his team, he just insta-dies. Oscarinen, hard to even count that guy as a top laner most of the time. I love the casters don't even consider him a top 4 top laner. He's just considered a top laner on a decent team.
Yeah.
I have never considered that guy top 3 at all. He would only be top 4 because there's just much worse than him. That's sad.
Because honestly, I have more faith in Fnatic than Movistar.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
I have more faith. That's the sad part. I think Koi overall has more potential because of JoJo and Elyoria.
Yeah,
but it's not about Fnatic just knows how to turn it on the right point. Like they got a bunch of enters, a bunch of just entering motherfuckers. Just like you got 3 enters. Like, you got 3 enters, a Razork, and a Razork and an Upset who just gets upset at every goddamn thing. Like, dude, pull down the skirt, take a dick at your ass. You can't be pissy about everything, man. You're not gonna win everything. You went 8-1.
His wife's cheating on him or something. His wife has to be cheating on him or something. His wife's the OnlyFans model.
See, that's the L itself. That's the L itself. You married a hoe?
Yeah, I'm not kidding. She's an OnlyFans star.
It depends. If she's one of those sending pictures, that's like that's risque, but it's like
I don't know if she does like fully nude stuff, but I remember
if she's sending
online.
If she's as long as she ain't sucking no dick, as one thing. If your wife out here sucking other dude's dick, that's an L. You only date OnlyFans models if they're taking pics. They do like the new one-on-ones where it's like they figure themselves and you know, all that shit. Like, but you don't date a porn star that's taking, like, if you date a porn star, she comes on and talk about how she just got 5v1ers and 5 black guys. It's like, the fuck I was supposed to do with that?
Legendary Riley Reid picture of her when 4 black guys.
Yes, or the legendary picture of Adriana Tennant with all that jizz on her face. It's like
Abella Dangerous said she retired, so
yeah, because she out here getting her whole back cracked and he out here feeling like a goddamn cream donut.
All right, we're gonna go over the LPL just a little bit.
Talk about cream.
Talk about cream. Oh god,
yeah, top esports. Yeah.
Okay, so I've managed to see a good amount of the teams play so far. Not every team, but I managed to check into a lot of games. I know people are going to meme on IG. They actually look really good. They look a little dicey against LGD last night, but they look really good. They actually like really bounced back.
From good. JDG needs to step it up, but they're good. LGD, I knew they were going to be garbage. Finally, LG motherfuckers finally listening. I told these niggas back in 2023
it's not the same roster, man.
I know they're from there. They're from there. Okay, they're not from there. They're actually trash now. I told it was James. I told this nigga James they were from back there. Oh,
they were only carried by Scout and Tarzan. Once you knew Scout left the roster, you knew that shit was falling apart.
But who was James had Scout? This about talking about LG could get to the final. That niggas is frauds. That niggas was on fraud alert back in 2023. They were on fraud alert. Who did they lose to? JG? No, not JG.
They upset BLG in the semis and got to the finals. They're about to win against JDG, and then I think it was Gala who threw the entire. It was something they threw that fourth game, and they let JDG win.
Yeah,
who I always thought was overrated was their top laner. That guy Zika is overrated.
Oh,
fuck.
Oh no. This is absolute dog shit. I could have told you that.
I don't know who's hyping up that guy.
I watch the shit ton. I watch the shit ton of LPL because I wake up and LPL just happens to be on.
The LPL English block. Yeah, it's always on late. So
because the LCK is off by the time I wake up, but the LPL is coming on.
That makes sense. Because they still have Zika, as you guys remember from last year.
Yep.
His overrated piece of shit ass Wei, who's really Wei is a decent jungler, but you can't make this roster work. Like Photic, he was on Ninjas last year. I remember he was on Ninjas. You couldn't make that guy work. Yep. Joe, who's always been nah. And then you have Hal Chow. I never heard of that guy. But as you can see through the roster, they got nothing here. Yeah, Chow's right. JDG, they got their asshole blown the fuck out by IG, but JDG's fine. I don't hate their team. I think their team has a lot of potential.
Payne is the best player on the team by far, so I'm close.
Yeah.
If JD does not want to split this year, it's going to be because they traded him for Ruler. It's going to be because of that. I'm telling you that.
Top Esports. Here's some. Top Esports is an example that we gave about the NBA and the NFL. They'll always do fine in the regular season. They might even win you some playoffs games. They might even win a split randomly. But they're only a domestic king.
Top Esports will win their division because their division is dog shit. Like right now, they're going to win their group because Ninjas is not a competition. Dorby is carrying Ninjas out of his motherfucking bag. It's not even close.
Yeah,
like it's like last year when it was rookie.
Oh my god! Did you see your top laner? If you guys should go watch Top Esports versus Ninjas in Pajamas. That coach gave up Nefiri. If any coach gives up Nefiri, I think you need to be fired.
Oh no!
Watch Top Esports versus Ninjas in Pajamas. That is the biggest fucking stomp I've seen all year. Holy shit, they got destroyed.
That's LPL. If I'm right, I'm checking motherfuckers Venmo. No.
He traded Nefiri for Viego, and I'm like, okay, you deserve to lose. Get the fuck off the stage.
I'm telling you right now. That's LPL. That's China. I'm telling you right now. If you do that shit, right?
If you're new here, then please subscribe. IG's good. No, they actually bounced back really hard. And keep in mind, they have the players on their roster to win a title. If they really all played at their highest peaks, the Shy just needs to be the Shy and just soak up pressure. That's all he really needs to do.
Just don't
hint.
Just don't lose me a game. Just don't lose me a game where we need to win. But back then,
what do you call those girls that just soak up pressure from all the other guys?
The Cub sluts.
God.
Just take all the shots.
But the Top Esports, I just will not ever root for them internationally anymore. But in the LPL, like Kanavi looks like he's the best jungler in the LPL. Internationally, he's just a fucking trash player internationally. It can't function.
Kanavi looks worse than fucking Yank. Kanavi's out here getting beat by 18-year-olds in fucking like Taiwan. What the fuck? How you get beat by flying oysters?
We don't talk about RNG, guys.
Them motherfuckers will do the car racing, dancing, Beyonce, single ladies dancing on your ass. You got something on by a 17-year-old. Get the fuck out of here.
RNG only has one win because the ADC had Kaisa and he just 1v5.
I'm gonna tell you right now that group B is the easiest group.
This is the freest group ever.
RNG can easily like if they run it back, they can be 4-2, or at least 3-3. Because anyone legend losing to RNG makes sense because RNG is actually decent. Thunder Talk
Thunder Talk only is talked about because they got that one best of 5 win against BLG last split.
Yep.
But when they played again, BLG destroyed them.
Yep.
They're the team that kind of got hot at a single day at the right moment when they caught BLG kind of slipping. That was it.
Yes. They caught
it.
They caught the team slipping on a day where motherfucker wasn't taking it seriously. Like, trust me, those are the wins where have you ever played basketball and you beat a team you should beat? That's what Southern Talk did to Billy. They called slipping on a day when that shit ever happened again.
We know they ain't taking Thunder Talk seriously. Who the fuck?
Would that shit ever happen again? Nope. Never happened again.
The other group is Group A. Group A is the most exciting one. People are gonna be like, well, what about EDG? Guys, EDG hasn't been good in a while.
EDG
guys, they have Angel. Angel's their mid laner. No.
He about to see an Angel after he does this fucking season.
World Elite is just
World Elite only get free wins because of EDG, and they catch Weibo slipping once in a while. Weibo always get caught slipping. Weibo always get fucking caught slipping. They'll beat the shit out of BLG, but then lose to World Elite like the day after, or whatever the shit BLG. Is.
I'll still never understand why Wei is here. He literally does not make their team better. He is the wrong jungler for their team. I watched all their games. I watched every game. I even told Chaz the moment I was watching their games. He does not fit their team. He's not a bad player. He's not a bad player in such an imagination.
He just doesn't fit that. He just doesn't fit their play style
at all.
And no, it makes it shows each time you see a play, you're like, oh yeah, okay, BLG and
the problem with Elkin On had no respect for jungle pressure. They constantly play. Elkin off. To be fair, On's playing pretty well decently. He's got some good games. I'll give him that.
The first couple of games he was off.
Those to be fair, the only good games he had were on Renata Glass where he could just ult. That was it.
The Renata Glass
games were very good, but everything else has been kind of like meh, honestly.
If it's not Renata, he's off.
Oh my god, that guy Missing. Go watch JDG versus IG. Missing did such criminal things that game. I actually wanted to cry.
We got APB out for him since World 2023. He's still missing. We're still looking for him. There's like APB's out, he's nowhere to be seen. Like,
I think also for this part of the LPL, so they're basically doing it like the old system for Worlds, and then this is only just going to be for seeding. And I think the worst teams, based off what I remember, the worst teams are out for the entire year. That's what Yamato Cannon said. That's damn. If you fail here, your season's over in May. Holy shit.
Yeah. No, okay, this is what it is. It's because don't forget, this is March to June. That means if you're out by April, you're not playing for 2 months. Oh, for about 2 months. Because you won't be playing again until about July. From what I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like I think it's top 2. I think it's top 3 teams. I think, and then they break it down. It's
the top groups, the top teams go into their own group, the Ascension group, and then you go into like the Forging group or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
But I'm saying half these, and this is a problem I've always had with the LPL, even when they were at their peaks, is like some of these teams are just fodder here. You could tell they regret having this many teams. I always said 17 teams is way too much. Like the max it's ever been is like 12. They cut Rare Ass.
Oh yeah, Rare Ass cheeks. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. All right, man, I already forgot about that team. I could never remember the name.
They hired Vikla in their last year. You knew they weren't trying to win anything.
That's why I remember them, because they had Vikla. I'm like, the motherfucker couldn't make it an LTA. Okay, all right, LTS.
Because I think BLG have the harder group. Like Weibo did end up beating BLG. World Elite and WE are just not good.
Honestly,
pray for RNG. Yeah. Just pray for RNG.
Honestly, yeah. Your Group A is probably, it's crazy.
Because Group A or Group D has to be the hardest.
No. Honestly, I think the toughest group might be Group B, because it's a toss-up. That's a toss-up group. That's literally...
You're right. Yeah, you're right.
You put 4 random... Like, if you put BLG in Group B and you put...
But the idea behind the groups was supposed to like, balance them out. That was the idea behind the groups, is that supposed to be able to be like balanced out. How in the world is this balanced?
Group B had teams. The crazy part about it, the last team to make playoffs was anyone's London, and that's why that's the good team. But the last team that actually made some kind of major event was RG back in 2022.
That's when they had been. He was on a loan.
Yeah, think about it. That's the last out of Group B. That's the last team to actually go to some, and they won right? They want to
Yeah,
emphasize.
they were at Worlds that year too, but Riot made them play against T1 when all the players caught that certain virus.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that was the bullshit. That was the bullshit.
Oh God,
okay.
Man.
But think about it. Group B is the most tossed up one because RG legacy wise is the best team. Anyone Legends talent wise is the best team. Ultra Prime just be catching motherfuckers off guard as well. So like Ultra Prime is decent in this group. You put them in any other group, they're probably 0-3. Like you put them in Group D versus if you swap out LNG, they're probably 0-3 or 0-6. Like because some groups already played. To me, my top 4 teams are ID.
Oh, forgot. Do you know how some people said because lane swaps were going to hurt the LPL teams?
Yep.
I don't think it hurt them at all. They were just going to play that same. They just reverted back to the style they were playing before.
Yeah, no, they actually played lane swap. It's like lane swap doesn't do shit for LPL. It's like, all right, cool.
Yeah, they like playing standard 5v5s. That's their thing. They like fighting.
Yeah.
You don't think Rookie likes to fight people, guys? That's all they do. The Shy literally dies in 30 seconds in these games.
Yes, but also some of these games are goddamn stopped. 14-2. There was a game where the one team did die until they got to their opponent's nexus. And they only gave over one nest.
Stomp. Watch Top Esports versus NIP. That is a stomp. Oh my God.
That's the game I was talking about.
They made sure that what's the top leader saying? Shanji. He got his ass completely railed.
Shanji's like Shanji's like a little white girl. The black dude just came up and just put it like
they made sure that guy went 0-10 on Mbessa.
Yep. Yeah, doing 0-10 on Mbessa is crazy work. You gotta be some kind of demon to go 0-10 on Mbessa. Mbessa 0-10 is crazy work. Like,
oh shit. Oh, the other thing to mention with BLG is like I know people want BLG to get back into form. I don't think their form is bad. I'm not saying they're bad, but you could. I don't know if they're scaling because they'll have to scale up, obviously. But given how other teams can kind of maybe exploit the bot lane just a little bit, I don't know if they're going to be able to win a split. Can they? Probably can win.
BLG doesn't even need to have to win a split. They just need to be in the top teams enough to get to whatever international competition. Yeah. To me, they don't really need to worry about MSI. Just get to Worlds. Just get to Worlds and scale from there.
The top 2 teams go from the LPL, right?
Yes. To me, the top 2 teams I want to see from is IG and BLG. Or no, IG and JDG. BLG,
yeah,
sir.
Please don't send Top Esports again. I think we've seen enough. There's been enough Top Esports for a lifetime. I'm good.
For World, I think I kind of want to see Top Esports as the 4th seed.
I want
these are never Weibo.
Highway speed run.
It's either never Weibo. We
sure know Tarzan ain't winning shit anytime soon, so he ain't going anywhere.
Anyone's Legend. Yeah, that's. You said it too. I was like, oh, Anyone's Legend's gonna finally win, and then they got
Tarzan finals gone.
Yeah, out. I was like, no, he's gonna win. I told you,
I'm never picking Tarzan in the finals ever since he ruined me on those Griffin predictions back in the day when he was on Griffin against T1. Yeah. Never picking him in finals ever. Oh,
because Anyone's Legend looked.
And like I said, if he can't win in this week split, you can't win ever. That's just you can't.
I was like, oh, game 1, they look good. And then it was like, oh shit. Shit.
Tarzan. Oh
shit.
No.
I was like, God damn. Anyone's Legend was just choking. That was an actual choke. It was just like, damn. Thinking I ain't bet no money. I'd be broke.
Tarzan and choking in the finals. Sounds about white.
Yeah. Damn. I was like, yeah. The thing is, he wasn't even the worst part about Anyone's Legend.
Remember that LNG roster we were talking about? You said there were frauds. Guess who was on that roster? We choked them in the finals against JDG when they're up 2-1. Tarzan.
Yeah, I remember that. I was like,
he was against T1 in that quarterfinals match. Lost. He lost to be fair, the one against BLG against Weibo makes sense. They weren't going to be better than
that quarterfinals match. LNG had no chance. There was no chance. T1
Is it Hong on NIP?
Yeah. That's why I'm saying NIP ain't going nowhere. That's why I said NIP ain't going nowhere.
Their only hope for the LPL is like BLG gets into form. That's like they're always going to have a problem with because Way's their jungler. And it's not that he makes their team bad. It's just like you can see he's definitely not on the same. His style just doesn't complement their team. They need someone like Tarzan that would make them better. That's a player you'd probably want to have. But then you have Tarzan in your roster, you ain't winning no finals. I guess you could make that a trade off, right? No finals for a better jungler. Like Jun is on.
Wait a second.
JDG.
No. I think Hung's not Weibo.
You're right. Oh, fuck. Who's the support on NIP? That guy was terrible.
PP God.
He used to be very hyped. He used to be very hyped. He was decent for a little bit, but he's not been.
Oh no, he get flamed. PP God. Nah, I gotta flame you. PP God. I gotta flame you.
I guess it's better than being called missing.
And you still missing. Motherfucker, it's been 2 years.
I want people to go and watch. And people think Hillisang. People think Hillisang runs it down. Why don't you go watch Missing play?
Or Vampire. Vampire who sucked the life out of your goddamn team. T-World Elite. Yeah, T-World ass. Cheeks. Missing is motherfucking still missing. I feel bad for Paige too. Paige got played next to a motherfucker that goes missing at the wrong time.
I can't believe he went to the playoffs and the motherfucker had a KDA of 4.
Yeah, fuck.
I'm never letting that live down. That is actually disgusting. But I think NIP can be a decent team. But against anyone that's slightly better, they're about to get completely rolled. Like Doinby, he's fine. He can definitely win you some games. He can get you far, but winning a title, I just don't think it's going to happen, honestly. We know LNG's not getting anything close to a finals anymore. They sure won't be at Worlds.
They're playing. A Chow, Fotikzu, yeah, I got LNG, they're done. OMG, they're trash. They got Mohawk.
And we're going to wrap it up here in a little bit because I got to get to my next show with Lunchbox Warren. We're going to do a comic book review on Bug Wars #1 and a topic, and then that's my night of podcast. I know the night of podcast here is just this show that we have, and then I do the show with Warren. But I'll ask Chaz, anything you want to plug before we head out, actually?
I actually have a video up in the morning. I have a Marco watch on Monday about the Journey Together prices. Please do not buy until it's Friday now. You can buy products, but please do not buy these inflated ass prices. Oh, these prices are stupid. Wait for these cars to start going down. Right now, they got Lily Clefairy for about $18. Oh, wait. There's about $10. Oh, let's go. I got to buy this. $10? Hell yeah. Buy it when it's cheap. You know there's market watches coming. You know I gotta buy some.
We're gonna have to talk about the NBA and oh my god, the Lakers. Oh my god, the game against the Bulls. Oh my god,
dude, the fucking Knicks. I'm out here losing a fucking Hornets. Get the fuck out of here.
These are some of the most you know how certain players or not players, you know, certain fans are going like, man, this team is giving me a heart. Lakers are giving me a heart attack every game they play at this point. Oh, literally a heart attack.
Yeah, oh my god, that shit just got bought out. I just put the shit in my car. I went to go check out. Nope, bought. I was like, yeah.
God, Austin Reeves, man. He can play so good, yet he gives up so many passes. Oh my god, Lord, Austin, what are you doing? Oh no. Oh, fucking hell, man. What? So yeah, one day I'll be able to explode on how the Lakers have been playing all season, guys. Just all offense, no brain. That's it. All offense. Also, that ESPN panel they have with Shannon Sharp and Shaq is funny as fuck. Those highlights are fucking hilarious. Yeah. But you have your market watch coming out.
I was telling people earlier because I put out a little short, but it got because apparently now if you put the wrong song on there, they make you take it down. That's why I got to redo the short with a new song, but. I told people, do not buy Lily's Clefairy unless it's $10 or less. Motherfuckers like, no, I'm going to buy it now when it's $20 because I need it now. Motherfucker, you can't play for you. Okay. It's the one thing I like about Yu-Gi-Oh! Over Pokemon, and even though Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards are very expensive, you can play with them the same day they come out. Pokemon, you got wait 2 weeks. That's mean the cards come out today, but I can't legally play with them.
Made a half-court shot at 2 seconds in the fourth quarter to finish it. They made a deep half-court shot. Oh my God. We've lost our last 8 games out of 12.
Yep.
All right. Make sure you guys go subscribe to Chaz's channel. I'm going to go hang myself after Lakers keep losing like this.
Remember, keep checking your eBay, keep checking your TCG players. These cards will be going down. If Lillard's Clefairy, the set number is 056 over 159, Lillard Clefairy EX. If the prices go under $7, buy immediately. Even though it might get cheaper, there might be a buyout because people. The good thing is there are a lot of people opening product. I thought it was scalpers, but I realized scalpers are starting to realize the Pokemon about to reprint the shit out of the set. They about to take the value. If you sit down some dirt together, open that shit, sell that shit, make money off that shit. Stop spitting out product, you fat motherfuckers, and make some money.
You're gonna have the market watch out. What once a? You already no. You're gonna have one out. You just have to put it up again.
Yeah. Okay. No, I put up a little clip about this card. There's one where I'm waiting on a few more cards. I might have one up Saturday. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna retool it, and instead of doing the one about per release sale, I'm gonna do it as the sales are already coming out. I'm telling people. It is what I'm gonna do. After I get off this, I got one. I'm gonna do about 10 minutes, 6-7 cards, talk about all these high value cards. Not high rarity, just the regular rarity. Don't go broke playing Pokemon because it's a cheap man's game. Get the cards you need, get in, get out. Like a robbery.
Yeah, Michael.
Well, other than that,
yeah.
Be on the lookout for our market watch.
We'll be back here. What, Sunday? Yeah, Sunday around 7, I think. 7:30, somewhere around there. So yeah, Chaz have a Pokemon market watch coming out very soon. The one for this week already.
These cards are barely staying, on TCG player. I put one in for they're getting bought out on TCG player. They're going back up to $15 right now. The thing is, if you want to buy it at $10, go to eBay. Buy it for $10. I'm gonna do a flash market watch. Pretty much what it is, it's gonna be 5 cards I'm gonna have on TCG player, 5 cards I'm gonna have on eBay. I'm gonna go back and forth. I'm gonna show you the prices, and then boom, I'm gonna have it up for tomorrow morning. And I'm gonna have it up for Saturday. I'm gonna have it up for Sunday. I'm gonna do it earlier that day because these prices are volatile. I'm just giving you that heads up. I'm about to buy a card right now.
Yep. So, as you guys know, for me, I have been working pretty hard all day at getting a good amount of content ready to come out for the comic book channel. I had a video come out today. I have videos set to come out Friday and Saturday. The second episode for the comic book market watch is coming out tomorrow, actually. And then you guys are going to be getting another comic book review on Saturday. And then I'm going to work on putting out just more consistent content in a shorter time frame on the comic book channel. I have a lot of videos coming out for this channel as well, but the live streams have been able to help me, keep the consistency up as well. You guys should be seeing more pre-recorded content come up very, very soon. We'll be back here on Sunday for another episode of the Cloud9 podcast. Spring season has begun. The LPL luckily started, so we had some games to watch. BLG looks a little good, bad-ish, but hopefully they can get better throughout the season. You also have, let's see, what else we can go over as we end off. Yeah, well, we'll be back here 7:30 p.m. PST to talk about the LEC 2025 spring split beginning. We'll be covering the first 2 days of best of threes, actually. So thank you guys for checking out this episode of the Cloud9 podcast, and we'll see you on Sunday. Have a great week. Have a great